不要なトラブルに遭わないように注意してください。こちらは新宿警察署。
Hello, welcome back to Kyū shigai. This is episode 6 and so far I've really enjoyed what we're doing here. Thank you very much to everybody who checked out my sand video where we built that lovely Zen garden on top of the mountain. That was for the City Skylines Showdown contest that unfortunately was postponed due to a lack of interest. So if you are interested in joining the City Skylines Showdown, please check them out. It's great fun, it's a fun community to be a part of, and it's all about having a laugh and showing what you can do. So we're going to start today in this city by just doing something that kind of needs to be done. Don't particularly want it, but it's got to be done, and that's putting in the entrance to the metro. So as you remember from episode 1, I built the metro right in front of the train station. It looks really nice there. It's above ground. It's kind of cool. That happens a lot in Japan. The metros do start above ground and they go underground. It's just the way it is. It looks nice. It does the job. I'm happy with it. I say I'm happy with it. I'm not, because getting it to go underground isn't the most beautiful thing as you just saw, but I kind of cover it all up with some asphalt and then build around it and you can't really see it. So the main bulk of the project today is to build this little area in front of the train station. So I'm going to extend the shopping district from what I did in front of the actual main train station itself, and we're going to do like a little shopping street. There are a lot of them in Japan where you have like a big alleyway. I say a big alleyway, it's about the size of a road, but then you go down, you've got shops either side of the shops either side, I'll get it right. You've got shops either side of the road, going right the way down, and lots of people walking up and down it. Very little traffic, more pedestrians, so it's a pedestrian crossing. You can see here I've got a normal road going down it. I do change that and you will see that in the cinematics. There are a few mistakes that I make in this video. One, parking spaces being the wrong way around. My English mind automatically says to me they need to be this way, and in Japan they're the other way around. So I have to go back and swap them all around, turn them. You do again see that in the cinematics, so that's absolutely fine. I do correct that as I go. Along with this little shopping district, I'm also putting some residential around it. I know they're really close to the train station, where the metro's going behind them, but that is not uncommon in parts of Japan where you have the train station right there, and then houses in front of it. Is just not uncommon at all, along with a hotel district. So you'll find that a lot of big train stations tend to have hotels by them, like Shinjuku train station has an array of hotels just around the corner. Kyoto train station has hotels literally just around the corner again. So they're everywhere near it. Osaka train station, hotels around the corner. At the main train station coming into the city is going to have everybody there. So, you know, why not have the hotel just around the corner? That way they can use the train station to get to where they want to go around the city. Right, so I hope you enjoyed those cinematics there. I'm sticking with that theme with the cinematics after every build. I absolutely love it, and I really hope you do too. So I'm moving now on to that little shopping alley that I mentioned there, and I'm putting some shops either side of it, so you've got them on the main road as well as facing onto that alleyway. I kind of put like a really nice like Danton Bore style sign outside it where I cover it with a lot of LED boards. Again, it's the staple of Japan. Often when you come to a big shopping alley or shopping street, you have those big signs that cover the road with LEDs and neons and all sorts to show that, hey, this is where this particular street is. In England, we have little street signs around the corner. These bright lights in your face. You know you're there. At least I hope you do. Unless you're drunk or blind, then maybe you won't. But anyway, moving on. So again, I'm trying here to make all those buildings the same color. The problem is the artist or the creator of the buildings obviously has a color map on it, so I can't really do much with them, but I get them as close as I can, apart from that one that's kind of orangey, but orangey brown, I suppose. But yeah, it is what it is. So now I'm just popping down the stores here, and what I do is I go a bit crazy and just start plopping down loads of stores, and then I'll go back in and move them around, and then get back into that and add all the extra props I want, like menu boards and signs and AC units and vending machines and all those beautiful, wonderful things. One of the great things I love about the Move It mod, for example, is the ability to be able to move buildings into each other and clip them in. And I can do things like this, like I've done with this Family Mart shopping centre. I've managed to stick this in a little corner and it fills that area up really nice. And then use some props from the workshop. I've got the Family Mart sign, and I can make it look like it belongs in that area and, you know, still function. People still come to it. The bins still get emptied. It's always a worry when you're moving a building from the street that the bins will just sit there and the land will get polluted and it won't be nice at all. But no, it still works and I'm quite happy with it. Now I'm just scrolling through trying to find some LED boards. That took a while to find ones that I really like the look of here. I ended up going with this Samsung phone one. I know it's an old model, but it's what's on the workshop. But using PO, I can make that a bit smaller and fit nicely in that corner there. This building's amazing. This is the Mr. Robot building. I love the building, but I don't want Mr. Robot, so I ended up going back and changing that sign, just using a couple of signs off the workshop to cover it over, and you know, it looks a lot better and it fits the spot and fits the aesthetic of the city, and doesn't stand out as something Western in an Eastern world. So here I'm just playing about with the buildings, trying to get it to fit little areas. Like a few people have said before, the building regulations of Japan are slightly different to what they're like here in the UK and America, where their buildings tend to fit the area more, where ours tend to be quite the same shape. They're rectangle, they're square, occasionally round depending on where they are. But in Japan, the buildings all fit into perfect areas, so they tend to be quite built together, wide backs, skinny fronts, just a bit different. But I'll be honest, I failed at it, as you just saw. I couldn't quite get it to look as well as I wanted to, so I did skip past that quite fast. Again, I was left with a little area at the front here, and I didn't quite know what to put there, so I decided to do this shrine. It fits really well in the area and kind of just brings the area to life a little bit. It makes people, you know, not just visit the shopping, but they've got the shrine there as well, and it just adds a bit more to the area, at least I think so too. And then coming around here again, just filling spaces up with things like shrines and gates and plants and stuff, just brings the city together in my view and gives it beauty. So it's not just a concrete jungle, you know, it's got a bit of everything in there. I know places, they always say, like Tokyo, Manhattan, they're concrete jungles, but they're not. Yes, there's big buildings everywhere, but there's also lovely, lovely greenery and scenery. You just gotta look for it. Okay, now so we're just popping down all the props for the shopping area here. You know, the signs and stuff like that in here to make it kind of just feel busy, as it were, because you know these areas are quite busy, and when I turn this into a pedestrian walking area from the road, it does get really busy. You'll see that in the cinematics in a moment. They are coming up, and it just gets so busy and so crowded. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, so we're moving on to the final part of the build now. This is the hotel district of the area. I'm using this lovely hotel prop from the Japanese content creator pack. It's an amazing building. It's big, which I love, and I can go into it and add loads of stuff. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm popping that down here, and I wanted that to be kind of like a center point to the whole area. So you had, it kind of comes from the main shopping district and blends out into the hotels. So I put like a Don Quixote next to it and stuff like that, just to kind of have it you know, blend in quite nicely, along with a few hotels around the area too. Different hotels across this whole road. Now this building, this is lovely. I love this hotel building, but it does have a train station sign right on the front of it, and it's not actually attached to my station. So what I end up doing is I end up covering one of them and having the other one, and then kind of pretending there's an underground path that goes straight to the station, which I may eventually build. I may put a like a little underground path going underneath it into the train station, and I don't know. Would that be something you'd be interested in seeing me build? It would take a while to do, to make sure I have the entrances and exits correctly, and that it's actually really functional. If you want to see that, please let me know, because in Tokyo, especially Shinjuku is a huge city in Tokyo, and the city itself is kind of mirrored underneath as a train station. There's entrances all over the city to get to that main train station, and it is amazing. It's a maze, but it's also amazing, as it were. Pun intended, of course. At least that's what I'm telling everybody. Little gaps in these places are quite annoying, and thankfully we have this lovely car park building, Japanese sort of car park building here, that fits really nicely in this section. In fact, it looks like it was made to fit here, which is a little crazy, but I like to think that it was made specially for me in my city. It wasn't, but it does fit perfectly there, which is absolutely amazing. Again, just filling in little areas that I'm left with some greenery, just because it, like I said before, it brings the city together and makes it look a bit more homely and nice, and not like a concrete jungle. this build is absolutely great. I really enjoyed doing this, although it was a little fiddly and awkward at points. And it's something I've never really done before. I want to use so many different assets to create an entrance to an underground parking lot, which is underneath the hotel. Now, it doesn't function, it doesn't actually do anything, but it's just for looks and aesthetics. But I like the way it turned out, and with the amount of effort I put into it, I could probably get it to function eventually. Again, I might do that. I don't know how I could get an underground parking lot to function properly, but I might give it a go. I might do that off camera and then show you the results, or I might record it as I do it, and whether it's a smooth process I might upload that, but we'll see. But yeah, it does look really nice, and like I said, I used a lot of different assets from, you know, Ronix's cubes and entrances and tunnels to this, you know, thing that I'm using here as the actual main sort of cover to the entrance, which is a part of the train station prop pack. So, but you know, a bit of PO and off you go. You can do anything you want with it. Sticking all the signs around now, and I'm using PO quite a bit here to get rid of things like the uprights and the struts on all the signs, because they're going to be attached to the wall, so you wouldn't have the upright movements on them. I absolutely love this building. This is an underground bike parking building, I suppose, but it does look absolutely lovely. As you can see here, that's what I was saying earlier, you've got the sign there for the JR line station for Shibuya. Obviously, I think this is meant to actually go straight in front of the Shibuya station asset, but I like it here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a sign in a moment, and I'm going to cover it. I'm going to leave the bottom one where it just says JR line this way, and like I said, I'll probably do like go up the stairs and then down the other way to an entrance to the train station, the underground tunnel that goes all the way to the other side. I might do, I might not. Like I said, it depends. If you're interested in seeing something like that, then please tell me and I will do it. I can do it as a little random video. Be about 10 minutes long. It will take maybe a little less, but it'll be kind of interesting to see, I think. But you know, that's completely up to you as the viewers, whether you want to see it or not. If you do, then I will do it. Just filling up the area now. I'm going to do some signs, then I'm going to do some plants and everything else, just to kind of fill this area in a little bit and make it look a bit nicer. Put some fences in, some asphalt, and then some plants and some trees. More than plants, I suppose. I should have said trees, not plants. So I've said plants already, but trees. Just to kind of see the end of the city as it comes towards that countryside bit. And of course, just up the road there is where we did last week's episode with the rice and the farmhouses and everything else there. So, yeah. Of course, now the end of the video is coming up, so I would like to say thank you very much to everybody for watching my videos and your continued support. It does mean a lot to me. It really does encourage me to come back every week and upload something new when my schedule was so busy with my exams coming up and everything else that I'm doing in my life here. So, you know, that's absolutely fantastic, people, and I absolutely love you all for it. So please keep coming back. Drop a like on this video if you've enjoyed it, a comment if you've enjoyed it as well, and let me know what you liked about it and what you would like to see me do. And also drop me a comment if you'd like to see me do the underground parking and the underground entrance into the train station from that one hotel. I can do both of them in the same video potentially. If you'd like to see it, let me know and I'll be more than happy to do so. If you've really enjoyed everything I do and the assets that I've got on the workshop, and I've got a couple more surprises coming up soon on the workshop, so please keep an eye on that. But if you enjoyed it, please drop me £1 on my buy me a coffee link. It'd be greatly appreciative. And if you are new to the videos, please subscribe, click that bell notification button to see what I've got coming up, and I have got a lot more coming up. And join me again next week in Kyū shigai, where we start part 1 of the castle build. It's going to be fun. We'll see you then. Bye bye.